Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM. Welcome back to Aghalee Farm. I do hope you're doing very well and having a wonderful day. So here we are in the second day of April, the last day of April, and we have a wealth of work to crack on with. So first and foremost, this field here on our right, this is the one that I removed a few hedges from a couple of episodes ago, expanded the size of the field to include these two here, deleted the hedge down the middle. So in today's episode, obviously as you can see it says grass is harvested. I do need to run the cultivator in this little strip in the middle here and create a field. And then what I'm going to do, like I've done with other fields, I'm just going to, once I've ran the cultivator down this strip, I'm going to cultivate the whole field under. And then we'll essentially start again. We'll get it re-drilled. We'll start the prep again, of course, and go from there. We also have a spot of field rolling to do, the big, what I've called the big north field. This one here on our right here, this is obviously another harvest field. We just need to run the grass roller in there. But then again, at the same time, depending on how time plays out, and if I get this done before the end of play on the second day of April in what we're in now, it may well have started growing come May. This field here needs to be drilled. We've ran the cultivator in this a couple of episodes back. We need to get this grass drilled in here as well, as we do with the other field that's just coming up on our right again, slightly down the hill a bit over here. There we are. This one needs drilling as well. So we've got plenty of drilling to do, but we don't actually have any seed. We've got about 500 litres of seed, so we're going to need to buy in some seed. But I'm not too sure if we're going to get to that in this episode. We need to get things prepped first. As for the rest of the farm, everything's ticking over relatively nicely. If I just wander around here and give you a quick update, the sheep and the cows are all fine for food at the minute. We are relatively quickly running out of straw. I've just put a mix in not long ago using a bit of this loose silage that we had left over. So the cows have got they've got straw and they've got TMR for now, but we've only got a few straw bales there. Now I did actually have to buy those in a couple of episodes ago, didn't I? I got a bit of a delivery on the truck coming from the shop, but obviously we do have our two fields of wheat that will be ready to harvest in the next couple of months. In this bunker silo at the minute, we've got 198,000 litres of chaff now. I'd held off thinking I could get this filled up, but at the minute we haven't actually got any more grass fields to cut and put in here. So ideally I think I should really just throw the compactor in here and get it fully compacted and just blanket it over and get that working for us as soon as possible. There's no point letting that sit down and do nothing for now. The biogas plant's ticking over as well. As you can see, we've got 52,000 litres of silage, 68,000 litres of slurry, and we have 42,500 litres of digestate in here for us to use in our mini biogas plant around the corner here as well. We've got a little bit ticking over again. Now across between the two biogas plants, we have got, at the minute anyway, 287,648 litres of digestate. So essentially that's free fertiliser, and we do have a fertiliser spreader, slurry digestate spreader. So the plan at some point is that when we've done a little bit of field work, for example when we cultivate that big field under at the top there, we shall add a bit of nutrition into the soil. We'll dig out our slurry spreader, fill it up and start making a bit of use from our free digestate, because going into the map PDA very quickly. So this is the field we've just been up to there that I need to run the cultivator in. This, according to the field calculator mod, which I know I've said a couple of times before, the numbers that this mod here bases itself on, I believe, are before precision farming are taken into account. So for example, 53 and 51 here, that mod says that this will take 35,999 litres of digestate across the two. Field 43 and 44 says that it will take 42,928 litres, and 23 and 28 here says it will take 61,981. So across these three fields, roughly, we're going to use up about 140,908 litres of the digestate. Now, as I say, that's a rough ballpark figure. It may be more, it may be less, but considering we have 287,000 in the across the two biogas plants, we may well have enough as well to fertilise this big north field as well. But time will tell, we shall see. We need to crack on first and foremost and get that cultivating done in the top. The bunker silo here is fermenting away as well. Let's just remind ourselves where this one's up to, 44% fermented. So we've got a little bit of time ahead of us before that's ready to go. But obviously, you know the score. Once that's done, we will be sticking it into the biogas plants and getting that money ticking over nicely. So I think what we're going to do, I have the cultivator here hooked up to the JCB So we shall take this up to the field. I'll run that strip, get it turned into a field using the... I've got the mod that allows me to create fields with a cultivator, and then we'll run the whole thing, get it cultivated under, and go from there. So, see you over there in a few moments' time. Right, here we are. So, I know I could just run the whole field as one. I do have a custom field created temporarily on here, but I don't really want to. I have done my usual thing around the field edges. I brought the field in a bit just because the hedges do have collisions, don't they? So if we just pull that up roughly neatly about there, allow create fields, there we go, and just very quickly just run this strip, trying to be as careful as possible so I don't make the edges a bit. I don't stick the edges out a bit too far along this strip here in the middle. So the best way of doing that, personally, is lift that up and then pull it to, let's say, about there-ish, roughly. Drop it down again and just... there we go. I think that will do us. Just bring that nicely into there. Lift that back up again. Drop it down for there, and we'll do the same at this end as well. Just run a little strip along the edge, and that should be job done then. And then I can delete the Courseplays custom field, and Courseplay should just pick up the entire area that is arable land essentially. So let's just drop that roughly about there-ish. There we go. Perfect. Right. Turn off the create fields. And then we'll just pull up to the side here. I shall create myself a Courseplay course here now. I'll get rid of the custom field. And hopefully that should be job done. And then we just need to run the cultivator across the whole thing. And we're good to go. So, I'll get that done. I'll throw some music behind this job. And I shall see you all in a few minutes' time. Right, there we go. Job finished. And if I'm not mistaken, there is our delivery. While I was in the tractor here, I just got on the phone to the dealership and got them to deliver me down a few litres of straw and a few litres of seed. In total, we've bought 72,000 litres of straw. That's what we've got on the truck in front of us, and 12,000 litres of seeds, just to see us through. As I say, I think we've only got about 500 litres of seed currently on the farm. We do still have a few straw bales, but obviously that doesn't go too far when you consider we need to keep the cows topped up with straw bedding, and of course a bit of straw into the TMR mix as well. So before we crack on with a bit more field work, and that field work is going to be muck spreading. We're going to get a bit of digestate spread across the fields. We'll get this parked back up down here at the shed, and we'll work our way around, pick up the telehandler and get unloading that truck. So let's pop this down here for now, just put it out the way. We're going to be using the Vulture to run our digestate spreader. Let's just leave that there. That'll do for now. Could do with a wash, as could the pickup wagon, to be fair. So, yeah. Go and get this lot unloaded. We'll crack on. Right, so once we've got all this lot offloaded, this will bring the total quantity of straw that we have on the farm to 144,000 litres. So, hopefully that should see us through the next few months at least anyway. Let's be really careful with these. There we go. It is a lovely looking truck, that, isn't it? Quite a snazzy thing. I love the graphics down the side. So let's just pop these neatly out of the way in here for now. Where's that pillar? I'm going to drive into it. There we go. That'll do for now, I think. Let's just drop them down there. We'll deal with neatening them up at some point. So let's I think I might hopefully be able to squeeze these out of here. I don't have the room on the other side of the truck, so let's line myself up as best as possible. Have we got the reach to... There we go. That should be about right. Very carefully. Nice. It's relatively successful and drama-free, wasn't it? So, let's drop these off over here. We shall hook up the pallet forks just to hook up the seed bags. Let's drop myself... Oh, there we go. Sometimes makes it a bit easier coming out of cab view, doesn't it? So, let's drop off the bale spike. There's that one. Have a go at the pallet fork. Right, okay. Let's stretch them out a bit. Hopefully we should be able to grab. Well, we'll see what we can grab. We might be able to grab 4 at a time if we're careful. Depends how well they're spaced out. There we go. This is definitely going to be easier for me anyway. Jumping out of cab view. Is that as wide as they go? I think it is. Come on. It's not going to let me have them, is it? These ones just don't go wide enough. Oh no. I think we'll just do 2 at a time. I'm not going to chance that and make a mess. Right. So I'll spend a few minutes doing this. I'm not going to bore you to tears watching my painfully slow bag unloading skills. So let's drop that down there. It looks like we might have already got caught on these. They might be causing me a bit of a problem. You going to let me out? No. Oh, there we go. Right, I'll get this done. And I'll see you in a few. Right, that's the delivery all sorted. Truck's back off on its way up to the dealership. But what I've just realised is we do have a bit of a stash of wool sitting here that we could do with selling. Now, I've just jumped into the time-saving stock check. And as you can see there, it says the max value for this is in May, which is next month, and that's £10,014. But at the minute, it's actually worth a little bit more, 10,334 over at Aghalee Wool. So, I think it would be a relatively sensible thing before we do crack on with the digestate spreading is we'll spend a few moments, we'll hook up the flatbed trailer here and load up the wool pallets and go and get a couple of grand back into the account. That will pay for a good chunk of the straw and the seeds that we've just purchased anyway, so makes sense, doesn't it? So let's bring those tines in a bit. Not too sure if we'll be able to get both of these pallets on the forks right now. Possibly, we shall see. Let's bring them in a bit. There we go. Can we get both of them? Oh, we can. We can. Right, so, as before, I shall spend a few moments, not on camera, embarrassing myself with some shoddy pallet work. And I'll pick you up in a few moments when we're down the road on the way to the sell point. There we go. A little bit off there, aren't I? Oh, that wasn't too bad. Right. See you again in a few moments. Well, 16 episodes into this series, we've not actually done a huge amount of exploration on the map, have we really? I think we visited the sawmill once, at the very beginning. Well, this is going to be a tight turn, isn't it? Because I believe we need to be hanging a left here. Oh, we made it. But it is a beautiful map, it really is. There's so much of this map we haven't explored. I know we do have the wheat fields, which are a bit further away from our farm. That do involve a little bit of travel. But we've never actually been to Aghalee Wool over here on the very south edge of the map. But I just love the authentic feeling of these narrow country lanes. It's I know this is over in Ireland, but it's there's areas up the road from me, for example, that feel exactly like this. It's very familiar, very quaint, and very, very beautiful. It's lovely, it really is. So, anyway, here we are. This is us. We need to cross over the main road here. I don't actually know why I was looking left and right there, because I don't think I've got traffic on at the minute. So, this is us, I believe. So, let me just turn on the sell points. I don't actually know. They're not actually clearly marked, are they? Let's bring up... No, where's the trigger? Let's just see if they're in here, shall we? Is this us? Oh, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. What do we get for all that? 7, 8, 9, 9,008, 10,003 plus 560 environmental score reward. So back up to almost £100,000. So that's excellent. That'll do for me. That was worth it, wasn't it, for a couple of minutes' work? There we go. So I think we are just going to have to reverse out of this relatively tight yard. There we go. Careful not to take out the hedge. Nice. Oh, that's right. That's us right on the edge of the map there, isn't it? Right. Okay. So job done. A bit of money back into the account. Excellent stuff. That's the first bit of wool that we've sold from our sheep since the beginning of the series. So excellent stuff. Right. So back to the farm. We're going to jump in the Voltra, hook up the digestate spreader, fill it up from the biogas plant, or one of the biogas plants, and get sorting out a bit of the soil, shall we? So I'll see you back there in a few moments' time. Right, back at the farm now, all sorted. Let's get cracking on with a bit more field work. So, The spreader is just here in the shed. Now this one, I know it's not the one we started off with. I can't actually remember which one we started off with on this series. But this Marshall ST 1800 was introduced to me by one of you wonderful viewers back in the beginning of my Vintage Oak series that I've got. It's a lovely thing. I have modded the capacity of it a little bit. It's got a capacity of 18,000 litres now. Well, that was for the purposes of the Vintage Oaks because the fields are quite big on that map. So just to give myself a fighting chance, I just amended the capacity a little bit. So let's get ourselves round to the BGA. Now we're going to start with this field here. This is the one we're going to get covered in this episode. So let's just make sure we've got the automatic application rate switched on there. And pull ourselves under the spout here, under the auger. There we go. Start filling. Nice one. So, let's get this topped up. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Now I'm going to put this this whole job into a bit of a cinematic as well. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to fill up a couple of times, perhaps, with what we've got in here. There we go, 18,000 litres. So yeah, let's make a start on this muck spreading, eh?
Counting all my blessings, God, come get me out of this town. 'Cause every day I wake up wishing I could break up with the city light and construction sound. I couldn't wait to move, I had so much to prove. It was all I could do to get away. But now that I'm here, I'm filled with fear. In the mirror when I look at my face, all I see is an empty heart and broken dream. Oh, you got me cussing, yeah, I'm probably running, trying to get away from myself. Do I need a vacation, maybe medication? Do you think I need professional help? I couldn't wait to move, I had so much to prove. It's all I could do to get away. But now that I'm here, I'm filled with fear. In the mirror when I look at my face, all I see is an empty heart and broken dream. Don't give up, you're enough, kid. Keep your head up. If it's tough, you can bluff it. You'll figure it out. Got a bug, give me love, so I don't mess myself up with the drugs and the lover who isn't enough for me. Is it ever enough for me? I couldn't wait to move, I had so much to prove. It was all I could do to get away. But now that I'm here, I'm filled with fear. In the mirror when I look at my face, I couldn't wait to move, I had so much to prove. It was all I could do to get away. And now that I'm here, I'm filled with fear. In the mirror when I look at my face, all I see is an empty heart and broken dream.
Right, job finished. Good bit of muck spread in there. Now, interestingly, based on the numbers that I was piping on about earlier in the video when I was quoting the usage numbers for digestate for these two fields, based on the field calculator mod. That told us that field 23 and 28 combined would take 61,981 litres. What we've actually used, obviously because we do have precision farming running, we've actually used 46,877, so considerably less than what that field calculator mod said it would take, so that's excellent. So there's still just over 7,000 litres left in the tank there, so we'll be topping that up and making a start on one of the other fields come the next episode. But for today's episode, I think I am going to call it here, ladies and gentlemen. We've done a good bit of work today. We've obviously got a bit of cultivating done. We've stitched those 2 bits of field up there, sorted those out, got them both stitched together. We've sold some of our wool finally. We've taken a delivery. A bit more straw and a bit more seed ready for the great seeding that's going to happen in the next episode or so. And we need to get this thing drilled with grass, the other one there just over the hedge, and the other one that we cultivated as well. So there's plenty to do back here on Aghalee Farm. But I must admit, I've loved this. I've loved coming back on here. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've made an episode here, but every time I do come back onto this map, it just reminds myself of what a wonderful place it really is. It's a beautiful map, it really is. So, as I say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it here for today's video. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed the video and found it a little bit of fun. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button, jumping on board, joining the channel. Please give the video a like. If you can, a thumbs up. It does do wonders, helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And as always, there are a host of links in the video description below with my Giants partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing a DLC, an add-on, the season pass, or even the full game itself, and you like the idea of helping a content creator out and supporting their channel, as always, I would be massively appreciative. So thanks again for your time, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.